Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Market Track with Abuzar. Weather's getting really nice. We're getting closer to spring, just a couple of days away, and we're actually getting, I believe the weather is nicer, so an actual spring, as you may say. Wanted to wish all those celebrating the spring as their new year, beginning of spring as a new year, Happy Nowruz to all my friends and colleagues and clients who do celebrate it, and happy spring to everyone. So what we're going to do is to go through all the statistics and all the numbers in terms of the market activity, housing market activity in Ottawa. We have been doing week by week and looking at the certain charts and graphs regarding a weekly basis since COVID began. I'm gonna stop that from now on because I think we're falling back into a regular or balanced market in terms of activity. So I will not be doing the comparables of the weekly comparables anymore starting the next videos. So we'll do it for this video just because we're basically have hit the point of when COVID began, and we've been doing it week by week comparison since. But now I think from now on we're looking at new beginnings or a new round. So that's why we won't be doing it anymore. Okay, so taking a look at the new listings by week for residential and condominium together, we saw that week by week last year this time we were at approximately 600 new listings and condominiums and residential combined, and it was now we're looking at about 700. So we are seeing more listings, and again that could be because as soon as COVID hit, we had a plummet of people wanting to list their homes and lack of inventory. So that could be one cause to it, and another is the fact that we saw an addition or increased number of condominiums coming on the market. Now I want to talk to you about that as well, because in the past week I've been seeing that the condo market is picking up, and there's heat on those, and what we saw last year before COVID was we had multiple offers on condominiums, and that seems to be coming back. So be on the lookout on that. I'll keep you updated on that as well. It's very interesting. So what I was expecting for the condominiums to happen, with all the individuals not being able to get into the freehold market because of the pricing, now there seems to be the shift towards condominiums, and this is happening much sooner than I expected. I was expecting it maybe to happen maybe 4 to 6 months from now, but it's starting to happen now. So that's something else that I'll keep you posted on. So that's that. And then looking at the sold properties by week, residential and condominium together, we were looking at about a ballpark of 500 units, and you're looking at closer to 600. So an increase in both categories combined together. Now looking at the average price by week, both condominium and residential together, there's a significant difference. We're looking at about 500,000 last year, whereas you were looking at over 600K for this year. And again, a significant portion or what's contributing to this is the residential freeholds, and the condos we'll see it's moving as well. All right, so let's take a look at the average price by week residential freehold only, and now you can see the difference. We were in the low 500K, 500,000, and now we're heading very close to the 700 range. So a drastic increase in the average sale price for this category. Looking at the average price by week for the condominiums, we were at, now this is interesting, again week by week it's not very too accurate because we're comparing previous year to now COVID week by week basis. I think it needs to be more general when we get to that. But We have seen a slight dip from the 450,000 in a matter of a week, sort of thing, on average, to 425. Again, that's nothing significant. I don't see an issue with that at all. It'll start picking up again based on the weekly basis. And last year, on average, we were looking at about 375,000 or so. Where now we're looking at in the range of 450,000. Now, looking at the residential numbers, we were looking at last year. We had an active residential listings of 644 for February, whereas we had 615 sold unit, and that's pretty much completely opposite this year. We have significantly lesser amount of inventory. I do actually see more homes coming on the market now, which is a good thing. 364 active units, and we had 723 sold. So that's a significant gap there for the residential category for the month of February, comparing February 2020 to 2021. And now looking at the sold price to original price ratio for the residentials, and we can see in February we were at 104% of asking, and we are at 115%. So again, on average, we're looking at about a 10% increase year over year, so 115% approximately to asking. Looking at the residential days on the market. So for February this year, we're looking at 10 days on average for a home to sell, and 21 days. So that's pretty much cut in half year over year. Let's take a look at the condominium market now. February of 2020, we had 258 active listings and 293 solds. Whereas this year we have 275 active listings and 351 sold. And now we are seeing a difference in the condo market. Now the number of homes or units on the market in the condos, it's basically decreasing, and we're seeing more demand. So that's a positive thing to a certain extent. And then looking at the sold price to list price or original price ratio, and that's pretty much the same as we were about a year ago. So 104% for both 2020 and 2021, and you can see a difference, almost a 5% increase between January 2021 and February 2021, and that shows the demand. I think the best, best place to look at right now might be the downtown area, because there are more units available for condominiums, but that's basically that will change soon. Okay, looking at the days on the market for the condominiums, we're looking at slightly more, again, not a significant difference between February to February, but 22 days for February 2021 as opposed to the 18 days we were looking at in the previous year. Again, not a significant cause for concern. And now let's take a look at the rental market. Last year, February, we were looking at about 358 active listings and 252 rented units, and that has changed. Now, as we see between December 2020, January 2021, and February now, that gap, that number of rental units available between the rented units to really closing in, and that's a good thing. So again, that it falls into exactly what I was saying would happen. The demand for condos will essentially go up, and the demand for rentals, when you know the people are somewhat pushed out of certain brackets for freeholds or purchasing, they will turn to condominiums and as well to rentals. So we see that that gap is getting closer or getting lesser or as we get into the spring market. And looking at for February, 515 active units and 326 rented units. Again, demand is pretty much almost the same as it was last year, but more units, and even that's getting less compared to what it was in the months before. And days on the market for rental. So on average, this year or February 2021, 30 days, whereas it was 35 days for the previous year. Again, nothing to worry about, even on the investment standpoint. If this continues, that gap will narrow between the active listings and the rented units for rentals, then the prices, essentially the rental prices will increase as well due to demand, and then in an investment standpoint, it will continue to make more sense for you to invest your money in real estate. So there you have it. I hope this was helpful. Please remember to like this video and to subscribe to my channel. And I'm glad spring is here. We really needed the early spring, and we'll see you until next time. Take care.